and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to cut this particular corset with a keyhole neckline, a turtle neckline, and also a conical flare by the side. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So to start, here is my pattern paper, and I've gone ahead to mark out my basic measurements, which includes my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist, and my blouse length. So to get my blouse length, I marked 5 inches away from my waistline. The next measurement I'm going to take is my shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 14 divided by 2. I have 7 inches, and I added half because this dress has a sleeve. From that half inch, I came down by 1 inch. So that 1 inch is for my shoulder slope. I'll go ahead and connect this to the upper part. After that, I'll be marking my neckline. So for the neckline, instead of using 3 inches exactly, I'll be using 2.8, and I'll mark 2 inches here. So this is to tighten my neckline a bit because this dress is a turtle neckline. So if you're not too comfortable with that, go ahead and make use of your 3 inches. So next, I'll mark my chest line or armhole. And to get that is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. At that point, I'll rule a line and then place my tape back and mark what I have on the shoulder, which is my shoulder divided by 2 plus half, and I will connect back. So after this, I'll just go ahead and fold my tape into 2, and I will mark. At this point, I'll come in by ½ inch. And after doing that, at the chest line, I'll go ahead and mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Place my curve drew, connect from that point to the midpoint of the armhole and to the upper part. After I'm done connecting, I'm going to go ahead to use my marker to outline this. Next step is to go ahead to mark my dart. I'm going to go ahead to place this, and I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5. I'll be marking this at the upper part to the lower part of my pattern. Now I'll place my ruler and I'm going to connect, drawing out a straight line at this point. The next step is to mark the dart intake. I'll mark 1 inch here and mark 1 inch on the other side, and also repeat it at the lower part of my pattern to the end of my pattern because I'm using a straight dart. So if you're a plus size or you're a bit busty, you're going to be using 1.5 inches. And after that, you'll be connecting it. So the 1.5 inches, you mark it on one side and also mark it on the other side. Now I'll place my curve drew, connect from the bust down to the under bust, and I'll also go ahead to repeat this at the other side. So after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and use my marker to outline my pattern. Next is to mark where I want my cup to start. So I'll mark 1.5 inches above my chest line. I'll place my ruler and draw out. Then go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2. So that 1.5 inches I marked is not a constant. You can go ahead to use 2 inches or 2.5, especially if you're a bit busty or you're on the bigger size. So here I'll go back and mark that same 1 inch dart intake on both sides. So if you're a plus size also, you're going to be using about 1.5 inches or 2. It totally depends on your bust size. So here I'll go ahead to mark my bust circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake, replace, and add ½ inch for my sewing allowance. Here I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, measure the dart intake here, and I will replace and add my sewing allowance of ½ inch. So for this pattern, you don't need too much sewing allowance. ½ inch is okay. So for my waistline, I'll take out 2 inches from my waist circumference. My waist circumference is 28 minus 2. I have 26. So I'll divide that 26 by 4 mark, measure the dart intake, and add ½ inch. Going to the lower part, I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4, measure this dart intake I have here, and add ½ inch for my sewing allowance. So I'll just go ahead and place my ruler, connect from the bust down to the under bust, to the waist, and to the blouse length. So for this pattern, I'm making it a beginner friendly pattern, so I'm not using a bust dart, which is just a basic corset. So after this, now I'll be drawing out the neckline. So after my bust, I'll come down by ½ inch a bit, and I will take this all the way up. So if you notice, the cup is like a sweetheart neckline. Then I'll go ahead to blend it to make sure it matches, and I'll extend this all the way to the side. So if you notice from this cup, we have like a V in front and not like a straight line at that point also. So take note of that. So from here, I'll go in by 1/2 inch and I'll be connecting this to the under bust of my pattern to create my cup. After I'm done marking that, I'll use my marker to outline here, place and mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half. That is 4 inches there, because my nipple to nipple is 7 divided by 2. I have 3.5 plus half, and I'll connect. Come down by 1/2 inch on both sides of this part or after my bust line, and I will connect it up to the chest line and then reconnect it to the lower part. So here is a 3-part corset for this pattern also. So for the neckline, I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch here, and I'll be going down by 1.5 inches or 1 inch. It totally depends on what you want, and I'll reconnect this. So this is a turtle neckline. So after you're done cutting this, you're going to cut like a little collar for the upper parts, or whatever you call it. You're just going to cut about 1 inch or 2.5 inches. So after you're done attaching it, when you're done sewing, you will notice that this piece here is actually attached on the neckline. You can always get that in the market. It's like a little design on the upper part of the neckline. So from this point, I'll place my tape and mark about 2 inches. You can also use 3 inches if you want, or 2.5. So from here, I'll go out by 2 inches also, starting from where the line stopped, and I will be extending this all the way to that point. If you don't want yours to be much, you can make use of 1 inch or 1.5. So from here, I'll create like a curve, because by the side we have like a little curve. So from here, I'll be coming down by 1 inch or 1.5, and I will reconnect it all the way up. So I'm done drafting out the lower part. All I'll do is to extend the dart lines. And after I'm done extending the dart lines, I'm just going to go ahead to use my marker to outline this. So after I'm done marking this, I'll just go ahead to add a style line, because we have already snatched our waistline. If not, you're just going to use a dart to slash this part of the corset. So after this, I'll just go ahead to cut this out. So the next thing we are going to do is to cut this out. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. After I'm done marking here, I'll come up by 0.35 and I'll connect this all the way to the lower part of the yoke. This is to make sure that there is no gaping at the yoke part of this dress. So after that, I'll just go ahead and cut out my pattern. And while cutting this also, at the 3-part corset area, after cutting it, you're going to be placing it together as one cup at the upper part. So now here is my pattern, and we are going to move over to the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I've marked out all my basic measurement. This is what I have. So I'll go ahead and mark the neckline I used in front, which is 2.8, and here I will use 1.5 inches. You can also use 1 inch for the back. So, or you can also use your basic neckline of 3 inches. While I use 2.8 is just to make sure that the neckline by the side does not slack, and you can use 2.8 by 1. So after that, I'll go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I'll go ahead to mark this all the way to the lower part. Now I'll place my ruler and I'm going to draw out a straight line connecting. And after this, I'll be marking 1/2 inch on both sides and come down by 1 inch here. Go ahead to place my ruler and I'll go ahead to connect, and also connect at the other side, and then go ahead to measure 4 inches after my waistline, and I'm going to connect. After I'm done connecting, I'm just going to go ahead to mark my body measurement. Here I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and add 1/2 inch. Here I'll mark my waist circumference I used for the front, and I'll mark the dart intake and add 1/2 inch. Here I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4 and I'll add 1/2 inch to it. So for this pattern, you do not need too much sewing allowance because of the conical flare at the side of the corset. So after this, I'll just go ahead to connect, and after I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead to mark out the lacing bar area. I'll be using 2 inches. So this 2 inches is not a standard. It totally depends on what you want at the back. But I'll be using 2 inches. After that, I'll go ahead to mark and connect the lines. After I'm done connecting, I'll come down by 1.5 inches or 1 inch after the neckline. And I'll be connecting it to my nipple to nipple point. Go ahead to use my marker to outline this. After I'm done outlining, I'll come down by ½ inch after my chest line and connect. This is to make sure that the lacing bar area does not pop up when you're putting on the dress. Mark 0.35 inches and I'll shed this out. This is to avoid gaping at the back of the dress. I'll go ahead, use my marker to outline this, and I'll make a dot to indicate that I have a lacing bar area at that part. So next is the side of this corset. So you want to also create that flare effect on that point. Come down by 2 inches just like you did on the other side at the front part, and then I'm going to go ahead to place my front pattern on it. So I'll go ahead and trace out the shape I have there, and for the back I want it to be a bit higher and I'll connect back. So after I'm done connecting, this is what I have, and I'll just go ahead to use my marker to mark it out and trace out the other part. After this, I'll just go ahead to cut out my back pattern. And also remember, this is a turtle neckline, and at the upper part of the neckline you'll be adding additional collar piece to it, about 1 inch to 2 inches on top. So I'll go ahead and slash this because we also have a style line at the front. So after this, we'll go over to the sleeve. So this is a basic pattern sleeve I have, so I'll be using it for this pattern. All you have to do is go ahead to mark your starting line, place your tape, mark your shoulder to elbow and where you want your sleeve to stop before the flare. So after that, I marked a line at those points, and the next step you want to take is to go ahead to mark your sleeve cap height. To get that is your bust circumference divided by 12 plus 0.5 inches. But for me, I like approximating mine to 3.5 because mine is 3.25. So here I'll mark my armhole circumference divided by 2. Measuring what my armhole round, what I have is 16. Dividing it by 2, I have 8 inches. So here, I'll connect from that point to the upper part. After connecting, I'm going to place my tape, divide what I have into 2, and I will mark. From that point, I'm going to be dividing one side into 2 by folding my tape, and I'll mark. Place and come up by ½ inch. Go ahead, divide what I have here into 2, and I will mark. Come down by ½ inch, and after I'm done doing this, I'll place my ruler and I'll connect from that midpoint to the upper part this way. And after I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead to turn my curved rule the other way, and I'll connect from that point all the way to the armhole. So after I'm done connecting this way, the next step I'm going to take is to start inserting the sleeve measurements, but I'll go ahead to outline this first. At the elbow, I'll measure what I have round the elbow divided by 2 and add ½ inch or 1 inch. Here, I'll also mark what I have round the lower part of my sleeve and I'll connect. After that, I'll just go ahead to cut out my sleeve. So for the lower part of this sleeve, which has a flare, so to cut this, you can cut it in form of a flare. But from what I have here, I think it's more like a fabric that is cut out straight and then pleated round the lower part. So you'll be having like two fabrics that are pleated around the lower part. The first one will be shorter than the other one and the other one will be longer. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. See you in our next video. Thanks.